Hello and welcome to Colony Submission video number 9 here, today with the Folktails faction courtesy of longtime channel supporter Drexos with this incredible build. I am so excited to show this to you guys. I've gone ahead and enabled a free camera, but look at all this stuff. Absolutely everywhere. So I think it's safe to say, you know, looking at all this stuff, this is more or less the platonic ideal complete Folktails build. We have an 83 well-being score, thanks to fully maxed out everything, well, just about. And a couple of things from mods as well. Lots and lots and lots of cool stuff. So just right off the bat, I'm going to put up the mod list on the screen. There's a lot of them. Way too many for me to read out. And then I'm also going to put out, I guess, what we can call the brag sheet, where we get to learn all about the little details on the map that I was informed of. And I'm going to show that to you guys too, so I don't have to just sit here and reading this out. But I really like the story behind this map. So what I've gathered is that the beavers in this colony have kind of retreated to the trees. And we have these big earthen structures with overhangs, and this is where all the beavers live, and they have recreation, they have all sorts of cool stuff. And there's these walkers here. Star Wars, anyone? We've got this one that's been defeated in battle, the rusting head decaying on the ground. You can see the ladder to get up into the thing. And of course, the inside has holes blasted into it. You got this little two-legged guy right here, still waiting to get taken down. And you come all the way over here, and you have this one standing completely intact. I love the detail on this. And this, of course, is one of the many mods that has been included in this playthrough. Of course, a dam decoration extension, and I think there's a couple of other ones as well. But you can see on the list previously. You can rewind if you missed that. But I love these details, especially like the little bits up here with the metal levees, and then the effect, like I said, the rusting, decaying head. Another one of those specific type of decoration things added here. But I love that so much. I think that's fantastic. But there's a whole lot to talk about with this one. And because there's just so much, we're going to take it piece by piece here. So, like I said, kind of the lore behind this is the beavers are in this utopian tree-based thing, and they have remnants of their old lives and old ways of getting things taken care of down here on the, I guess, the ground level, underground even. So let's go ahead and let's peel this all the way back. All the way down, and look at this. We have food storage, we have food production, we've got power shafts, we've got walkways down here. You can see all these bots hard at work, taking things back and forth. And the entire map is covered with all of these different things. And flywheels, one of my absolute favorite mods, once again putting in the work here to store a gargantuan amount of power. And the entire map isn't all completely connected power-wise, to my knowledge. I think there's a couple of small things that aren't, but basically everything is. And you have all of these things completely filled. There are 10, and they hold 150,000 HPH apiece. This is the most energy-dense power storage available as far as I can tell. But as we continue going up layer by layer, you can see just how this map has been shaped. And it's really, really smartly done. And there's all sorts of water underground, you can see here, and then you get up to these lakes and everything. But you see right here, we've got all this water underneath. We have, of course, the Earth 3 cultivators. Both of these are paused. I think the in-game explanation is that these are relics of the past. But I love these bases here. Like, you see all the very unique designs. These are unique. They're not matching here. But this is another one of those bits from the dam decoration extensions where you have all these really cool, like, unique-looking things. I never end up building with this stuff, and it's a shame because this just looks so awesome. But I just really like this a whole lot. Other stuff to keep in mind here. We have the zip lines going pretty much everywhere that needs to be accessible to the bots or the beavers, I guess, if they decide to take a trip somewhere. But it goes all over the map, connects everything quite nicely. And as the sun sets, we have a really cool opportunity here to go into the first-person mode. We come all the way down here. I love this mod because I discovered relatively recently, maybe a little bit too late, that these kind of change as the sun sets. So we'll be, yep, see, there they go. They turn on, and the first person mod is just so cool. Like, I love this. I'm so glad this still works. Like, take a look at this. You can just see all this cool stuff. Like, look at how many of these things. Okay, we're gonna move away from those things. That is absolutely tilting me to hear that all the time. But I digress. All right, I got to come out of first-person mode. That's driving me insane. But there's so much cool stuff to look at. I'll get this on triple speed, which, yes, somehow this enormous, incredibly complicated colony still manages to run almost 30 FPS on this computer. I love this machine so much. But just look at all this stuff up here. You have beaver dwellings, you have recreation, you have all sorts of different opportunities, and, of course, all of the monuments as well. You've got the Fountain of Joy, you have the Farmer Monument, and you have the Brazier of Bonding. Everywhere, basically, where beavers are found, so are these things. And I really love this. Let's peel this back layer by layer here and just take a look from the bottom up how this is set up. So the inside of this is actually hollow. And you can see right here, you see beavers kind of climbing up here. Well, bots rather. But they're coming up from underground all the way. Like, remember what I said about they have these like highways and stuff connecting everything? It's really, really smartly designed. You just come right up the trunk of this tree. And of course, there's some stacked trees farms as well. But then you have cool stuff. Oh, come on, autosave. Don't do this to me. I love really, really big playthroughs where stuff lags. But just look how cool this is. And then we have the gravity batteries. Like, it's a design feature, not something to apologize for, like I normally end up doing, integrating these things. But anyway, we keep coming up here, and you see this branch out, and it's still technically part. Oh, I hear the chanting, where they got their green fluid in the vaporizing thing, whatever they do in those, I don't know. But you see this stuff start to branch out, pun intended, I guess. And then we have these pools here for, well, we got the Lidos and everything. It is just really, really, really cool to see this stuff take shape. Really smartly laid out. This is, I guess, radial symmetry would be the correct way to describe this. But it's just, everything is just so well organized. And of course, the power shafts do go down to the bottom of the map and connect to everything there. And of course, for all of you fans of showers, plenty of opportunities here. Just really, really cool looking stuff. And of course, we do have this one over here, which is set up a little bit differently. Got these dance halls here. We got the carousels on this side, and then we have all of these in the middle with a pair of fountains of joy. And then, of course, the frog statues. How can you have a Timberborn playthrough without the frog statues? And I love this so much. This is so cool. And Drexos has submitted a couple other ones before, and they've always been really impressive, so I was really, really happy to take a look at this one and share it with you guys. But outside of this, there's plenty of other stuff to get to. We already talked about the walkers. We already talked about all this other stuff, but I love these bridges. Normally, I would use these with the Choo Choo mod. It is unfortunately not working with Update 7, but they still look really good crossing the lakes here, and all sorts of cool things. Now, right here, I'm obligated to tell you guys about this. These 7 statues are for 7 beavers, I've been told, who were detonated tragically during the construction of this enormous Folktails paradise. So, rest in peace right there. But just other stuff to highlight here. We've got a big reservoir over here with the braziers of bonding. You peel all these layers back, and everything is built up really cool, really nicely with all these sluice gates to take advantage of how this is laid out. Because remember, this right here is just a regular water source. When bad tides happen, they have to be diverted. Well, how does that happen? Right here, just like so. All of these are set up in such a way where every single source can be diverted for bad water out into this channel, and then all just goes harmlessly down this little hole here, and then off the side of the map. Like, how smart is that? How smart is that? It's super smart is what the answer is. But I love how this has come together. I love how nice, organized, and hidden it is. There's, other bits like I just showed you here you can see coming through the outside. Just really, really intelligently done. And speaking of stuff like that, let's come over here where we have, and there's other stuff to look at across the map too, but right here, this entire windmill farm and all of this stuff hides the absolute nucleus of all of the activity here. Peel this all the way back, all the way down, and you can see we've got some water in here. Again, we have our sluice gates to kind of control everything, but you start going up level by level, and it starts being clear what's happening here. Is that this is where all of the bots and most of the industrial activity here is happening. We have a whole bunch of capacity for bot parts to be made. We've got kind of separated things here. We've got dirt excavators. We've got all of our wood processing. We've got our smelters. We've got underground storage. And we have all of these water wheels helping contribute to the power output. Even though it's just, you know, pretty small per wheel, it does add up. And I think one of my favorite things about this, you take this all the way up, you got a waterfall here. Well, if we know anything from video games, it's that you always have to check behind the waterfall. And you go behind the waterfall here, guess what? Oh, okay, well, you're not going to be able to see that. I'll just peel this back. This is where... Oh, come on. Going to make me look like an idiot here. This is where they enter. Right here. With that ladder. I'm sorry that the noise is very loud. But I just thought that was such a cool touch to have the waterfall actually have something really, really cool behind it. And get the beavers and the bots. Well, I guess the beavers have no reason to get back here. But I love that to death. That's so cool. So it's a really, really smartly designed build. And there's so many modded items here, like we have wind gauges, and then all the way down at the bottom, we have this deep sea water pump. This is part of the water extension mod, if I'm not correct, or if I am correct, not if I'm not correct. But it is just really, really, really cool stuff. Like every 2/3 of an hour, it gives you 15 water. Now, obviously, like I normally don't play with mods like this, but to see it put in action and utilized for such a cool playthrough, I think is really, really neat. And of course, we have all sorts of different tree farms kind of separated. We have pine trees, we've got the maple trees, we've got the oak trees, and I'm pretty sure there's chestnuts somewhere as well. I haven't really located that, but everything is just really, really nicely organized. Here's our chestnut trees. So there you go. And I've got notes on the other monitor too. I want to make sure I don't miss anything because there's just so much. Perhaps one of the more interesting things to longtime viewers of the channel. Here's your terrain frog. Let me go ahead and speed through the night here. But this is made almost entirely of terrain. You can see the eyes here. You can see the mouth. And of course, during a drought, this is going to turn that pale gray-brown color. But for right now, since this is a temperate cycle, it looks really, really cool. And we'll see as the sun comes back up, get a little bit of a better idea what this looks like. Yeah, so look at that. Don't you love that? If we peel the layers back, you can kind of see how this was built. Again, this goes all the way down where we have a water source block. And then, of course, the bad water diversion right here. Keep going up, and this will come all the way up through the center where it has additional channels to fill in other spots here. And then, of course, coming right out the top, where we have this as kind of the cap for everything. But I love this so much. This looks so cool. You guys keep asking me to build stuff like this? No. We'll let the experts handle that. But outside of that, we've got the just so much cool stuff. So much cool stuff. Oh, here, this is what I was going to talk about. Minimal above-ground pathing. Like, remember how I showed you the whole thing underground here? The highways for the bots to walk around. You know, the Folktails don't have the zip line, or the zip tubes. They have zip lines, not tubeways. There we go. That's what I get for trying to, you know, talk. But you have zip lines going everywhere, and there is above-ground pathing, but they're mostly using the zip lines or the underground stuff. And, of course, the beavers don't really have to go anywhere. But I love this so much. I just think this is really, really cool. And I would love to walk around all of these things, but remember, first-person view is not kind with ladders. But I think we're still going to be able to take a look around some of this. You can get a kind of sense for the scale that we're working with here, as long as I don't give people motion sickness trying to walk around like this. Because that, of course, is a ladder, but we can jump up top very easily. And then crawl around through here because we have access to get out this way. I said we have access to get out this way. Don't make me a fool. Alright, well, I guess that's kind of unavoidable. There we go. And we have detailers here as well. There was... Oh, and then I fell down. Okay. Well, we didn't fall down all the way because there is still stuff over here to look at. Come through this way, you can see we got that walker on the attack run over here. all sorts of cool stuff to look at. I love all the little details that I can't possibly even begin to explain everything that's going on, but it's just so smartly designed. And it just looks really cool looking up from the bottom of this, but now I gotta get these Power Chef sounds out of my mind. I really love how this is put together. And of course, you got the same kind of thing coming over here. We've already seen some of that from below, some of it from above. Just really, really, really fascinating stuff. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this. This is one of the most impressive Folktales colonies I've ever seen. So thanks very much again for submitting this one. And as a reminder, the submissions are still open. I'm not really planning on closing those, and I've gotten a pretty good number of them already. But if you have something that you've made you think is really cool, you'd like to showcase to the world, please do submit those in the form below. Obviously, I can't show all of them, but I do always look at them, and I will pick my favorites and show them to you guys, so you can get an idea of what other people's creativity looks like, and maybe get inspired to do something cool for yourself, or get some sort of ideas to suggest for our playthroughs. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I really love this. It's just so much fun. And I'm glad we get to do these colony reviews because, you know, to be perfectly honest, it gets a little stale doing just the same couple playthroughs over and over and over, alternating between them. So it's nice to take a little bit of a step back and take a look at what you guys have done to get a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of a fun, relaxing time, just enjoying the fun of the game. Like, it's easy to lose track of what's possible when you get kind of set in your own ways, and I definitely get in that kind of a rut a lot of the time. So I really appreciate the Beard Boosters making this kind of stuff possible, smoothing out the quote-unquote business side of the whole YouTube game just a little bit, so we can focus on having fun and not just chasing the algorithm, which I really don't care to do. But I always appreciate any support, and those folks definitely make a whole lot of cool stuff possible. So of course I'm going to recognize them at any chance I possibly can. But that's going to do it for this one. Again, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Whatever it is you're doing, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you back again with our own playthroughs very soon and more of these colony reviews next week. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.